5 steps to change your mindset. You see, your mindset is the most important thing. If you have a negative mindset, you're going to have a negative life. So the mind leads and the body follows. So in order for you to have a better life or be a better person, you need to change the way you think. And these 5 steps right here are going to transform your mindset completely and make sure that you are living an abundant lifestyle. Now, before I break the video down, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the red subscribe button. Also, comment down below any tips you can add to what I'm going to give you right now. So make sure to follow every single one and you will definitely transform yourself. Number 1, we got working out or physical activity. You see, once you are working out, whether that is in the gym, whether that's bike riding, boxing, any sort of physical activity that increases your heart rate, that allows you to get outside the house, bro, will completely transform the way you think. Because the moment you do physical activity, you are getting self-disciplined. You understand? You're pushing past the boundaries. You're pushing to what you think you're capable of. And just being out the house and doing physical activity is going to have positive effect on your neurons. You understand? So challenging yourself really is the key part, but you can do that through physical activity. See, the longer that you stay indoors for and don't move your body, then you're going to realize that the thoughts are going to creep in, self-doubt will creep in, you start to become more agitated, more frustrated, anxiety, depression, all of that is going to follow you being indoors and not challenging yourself. But if you are on a day-to-day basis, challenging yourself, pushing that weight in the gym, doing boxing, running, walking, whatever physical activity, you are slowly but surely increasing your confidence levels. You're becoming happier with yourself because you're doing things that are difficult that most people are not willing to do. So working out will have a positive effect on your mindset, on the way you think, because that same discipline and mindset, you can take that to every single area of your life. So it's not just going to the gym looking good or doing a physical activity. It's something that's going to affect every single area of your life. So working out is the first step that you must do consistently in order to elevate your thinking. Now, the second, we got reading books, listening to podcasts, whatever you want to call it. It's just educating yourself simply. Let's just say reading books. You see a lot of people don't tend to read books. They feel like, you don't learn a lot from books and you have to be practical. But what you don't realize with books is it changes the way you think. Every book you read enhances your perspective. You cannot read a book and then take away from your mindset. It can only add to your knowledge. It can only add to your perspective, especially if you read self-development books, self-help books, books about the mind, books about discipline or motivation, whatever you want to call it. The moment you read a book, you change the way you view things. You see, knowledge is potential power. You can only do better if you know better. If you don't know any better, then how can you do better? You understand? So it's like, the more you educate yourself and you read these books, they're going to open up different ways of thinking, different ways you can see life, different ways you can go about living. Everyone has their own philosophy. Everyone has their way of life. So when you read a book, you're reading someone's life story. Someone has gathered information for the last 10, 20, 30 years, and he or she has put down the best information that's helped them get to where they need to be. So you just reading that and you're taking a little bit from this book, a little bit from that book, and you add it to your life, then you're progressing. You understand? So every person has something to teach you. And in a book, you can summarize someone's life story, which is very, very difficult. Even if you were to tell someone your life story, it'll take a long time. Especially if it's someone who's successful, especially if it's someone that you admire or it's in a position that you want to be in. So reading their book or listening to their audio or the podcast, it's going to add to your information, add to your knowledge. They're going to say, okay, I woke up and did gratitude. I woke up and then worked out. They're going to give tips and hints. And as long as you're applying it, keyword is applying it, not just simply reading it and think, this is a great book and put it down. No, you're reading it. You're writing notes down. You're applying it to your life and you will definitely level up, bro. You have to level up. There's no way you cannot level up. The more you know and the more you apply, it's the further you'll go. Number 3, this is a key one, being around positive people. Now, you can do everything on this list right now, work out, read, etc. But if you're in a negative environment, bro, it's very difficult to be positive. If your parents are negative, your siblings are negative, you go to a negative workplace or negative school and people are constantly gossiping and your friends are constantly jealous and envious, like, no matter how positive you are, bro, it's going to weigh you down. Your environment has a big impact on how you feel and how you think. Because really, if you look at your friends, you're kind of copying little things that they do, the way they speak, their behavior, their mindset. So if you're around negative people, you're going to be negative, bro. If you're around positive people, you're more likely to be positive. So you have to protect your energy, protect your mind. So if you do know a person who's a positive guy or girl, then get closer to them, speak to them more often. If someone's more negative, they need to take a little step back from them. You understand? If you plant a seed in flipping a soil that is not fertile, then it cannot grow. If you put yourself in a position or environment that is positive, then growth is natural. You understand? So protect yourself. The energy that people are bringing, bro, if it's not positive, bro, you need to stay away. The place that you're going to work, if it's not positive, then, bro, you need to try and quit, bro, and go somewhere that's more positive. It's very, very important, bro, because you can do all these tips, read all the books, but as long as your environment's negative, as long as what you're hearing day to day is not positive, then it's going to be very difficult for you to climb out your position. Now, number 4, we got journaling. Journaling or self-analysis, whatever you want to call it. But basically what I say, journaling, I mean analyzing yourself. You see, a lot of people don't check themselves. You're just going through life, doing this, doing that. You need to check, where am I? You know, study yourself, you know. Like, for example, when you read a book, you study the author, you study the subject. But have you ever studied yourself? Have you ever studied your own behavior? Have you ever studied what triggers you? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? Where you are? Where you're going? You see, when you journal and you write this down, whether on physical piece of paper or even on the mobile phone, the moment you write that down, you're aware of yourself. And then if you're aware of yourself, then you're able to change yourself. But you cannot change yourself if you don't know who you are, what you're doing, what you like, what you don't like. So study yourself. Write down at the end of the day, or at least at the end of the week, write down what's happening in your life, how it's going. Did someone trigger you? Did you get angry at this guy or this person? You know, did you do something good? Did you do something bad? Or are you being lazy? Are you wasting too much time on your phone? Check yourself, bro. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. It's really that deep, but you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like, where am I making progress or not? And the only way to check is to actually analyze. So journal, write down on your phone, piece of paper, whatever, where you are, what's happening. And that's it, bro. You'll be more conscious of who you are. And again, it will lead to you elevating your thinking, elevating your mindset. Now, 5th, but definitely not least, and I feel like this is the most overlooked one. You see, the 5th one is gratitude. Gratitude is so key for a positive mindset. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to what you focus on. If you are focusing on what you do not have every single day, then of course you're going to be miserable. You could have like 5 supercars, you can have a mansion, you can have unlimited money. But as long as you are focusing on the things that you do not possess, that you do not have, then you're going to be miserable. The moment you focus on the things that you are grateful for, or the things that you do have, then you're going to be joyful, you're going to be happy. If you're genuinely grateful for the food that you're eating today, then that's joy. If you're grateful for the friends and family that you have, you're gonna feel happy. If you're grateful for your mindset, for the progress that you've made so far, you're gonna be happy. But if you're constantly focusing, oh no, I haven't got enough money, oh no, I need to do this, oh no, you're constantly focusing on lack, then you shall experience lack. It's really that simple. What you focus on will grow. Focus on the negativity and you continue to experience and live your life negatively. Focus on the positive and what's going well, and you'll continue to see and progress in that manner. So really you're deciding. So being grateful for every moment, the food you're eating, the friends. You see, a lot of people say they don't know what to be grateful for, but just be grateful for life, for air, bro, to breathe, to be alive, to be, have a house, to flip in, have food to eat. Like there's endless amount of things you can be great. Everything you see is gratitude. Everything you look at is gratitude. You're looking at a tree, be grateful that you got oxygen, bro. Like it goes on and on and on. You get the message though. So I'm going to summarize it again. Number 1, working out. Do physical activity every day. Something, bro. Whether that's a long walk, something that's going to increase your heart rate, working out, boxing. It doesn't really matter. Physical activity on a day-to-day basis. Number 2 is reading. When you're reading, you're opening your mind. You're opening your neurons to different perspective, and you're able to see life through a different lens, and you gain more knowledge on how to live. As long as you live, you need to learn how to live. Number 3 is positive people. Surround yourself with positive people, positive environment. You see, if you can't be around positive people, then it's best to be alone, bro. It's really that simple. If you can't be around people that are positive, then it's best to seclude yourself, isolate yourself. So positive environment, be aware of people entering your mind and trying to, like take away your happiness, take away your joy. Number 4 is journal. Write down your thoughts. Write down where you are. Write down where you're going. You understand? Write down, study yourself. Study what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what triggers you. And constantly look on how to improve. So analyze yourself, man. Journal. And number 5 is gratitude, man. Be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for life. Be grateful for food. Be grateful for friends and family. Just you being grateful itself, bro. That one thing right there, gratitude, will change your whole life around. So those are the 5 tips that will help you become or elevate your thinking, elevate your mindset, so you can live a more joyful, happy life. So if the video brought you any value whatsoever, hit the like button, hit the red subscribe button, and make sure to leave a comment down below. Let's go.